Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be comparing the weapon case to the THICC weapons case here in Escape from Tarkov. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this one here today, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more PvE content. Now, just right out of the gate, both are good. They have their pros and they have their cons. So, let's hop right in. It will be personal preference, but I'll try and make the best case for both, and you can kind of make your assessment on what you would like to use personally. So I have 4 regular weapon cases and I have 2 THICC weapons cases. Now I should probably condense these down, but I've just been too lazy. So when it comes to the price of a weapons case, just to buy it off of the flea market, no barters, you're going to be looking at 3.8 million. This could come down, this could go up, it could go up to 4, could come down to 3.5, but it's going to be in that range. And by the end of this video, I might have a little influence on this market to lower it, because I'm going to show you how to make a little money as well. So these could come down to like 3.2, 3.3, depending on how many people watch this and decide to do the barter, which is significantly cheaper than 3.8 million. So let's just hop right into that barter. Let's not waste any time. Mechanic is going to have a barter for the weapons case that is significantly cheaper than 3.8 million. It's going to be 8 motors, 15 wire, 4 broken LCDs, and 1 Acez. So we can add this up real quick. The Acez should be about 100,000 rubles, a little over that. Let's call it 100 for easy math. We'll make it up somewhere else. Broken LCDs, we're going to call this 200K, so we're up to 300,000 rubles. Let's do the motors next, which are 200,000. So this is easy math. 8 times 200K, that's 1.6 million. So we are up to about 1.9 mil right now. Let's take the wires. They're about 40K, and we need 15 of them. So let's go ahead and take 40,000 times 15. That is 600,000 rubles. That's about 2.5 million. So you can see that is significantly cheaper than just buying the weapons case off of the flea market. Now, it is more work to buy all the barter items, and you have to get them for the right price, but 2.5 mil is definitely a nice, hefty discount. Now, if you want to just make some money, you can do one of these every single restock and just list the weapons case, and you can make a decent profit. And that's where I think with the release of this video, more people will be put onto the barter, more people will list the weapons case. Now, people are always buying the weapons cases, so it's not like this would last for long, but you could see a little drop in the price today, so maybe you want to snag one instead of just doing the barter. But obviously, do the barter. It's significantly cheaper. Now, I do want to mention this is a level 3 mechanic barter, so you're not all going to have access to this. Mechanic does have a weapons case barter at level 2, but it's for 5 Bitcoin, which, you know, isn't really worth it. I think Bitcoin's... Well, actually, I think the crypto market crashed today in real life, and the price of Bitcoin in-game is actually connected to, you know, the IRL market, 0.2 Bitcoin, whatever that conversion would be, 2 rubles. So let's see, actually. Let's just do this real quick. I need power, but we still got some Bitcoins in here. Last I checked, these were selling for like 850,000. So let's see if they're down at all. Let me see here for you guys. So these are down to 750K. Who knows what the market's going to do today? Like IRL on Monday, there's a lot of volatility today, IRL, which I know most of you don't give a flying shit about. But hey, these could come down, and it could get to a point where maybe some of these barters that require Bitcoins would be worth it. But, you know, as of right now, you're looking at 750K on those Bitcoin quick sells, and you would need 5 of them. So that's about 3.7 million, 3.75 right now. So it's kind of right there what the quick sell or what the flea market price is for the weapons case. So, you know, if Bitcoin does crash here in the next few days, IRL, maybe that would be more advantageous than doing all the work for the barter. But let's hop into the THICC weapons case. Also, the weapons case is a 50 slot and takes up 10 slots in your stash. We'll kind of get to that here in just a moment. But the THICC weapons case is going to be barter only. You can't just buy those. And this one right here is currently, in my opinion, not worth it. But it is potentially going to be worth it because of Bitcoin, like I just mentioned, potentially crashing. But let's take a look at the skull rings. So you would need about 1 million in skull rings, and then you would also need about 7.5 million in Bitcoin currently for that lower barter right here. As for this barter, you need 2 weapons cases, 4 ammo cases, and 10 metal spare parts. So this is the one that is going to be the cheapest. So if you are bartering on 2 different restocks, for the regular weapons cases, you can only do 1 per restock. That's going to put you in at about 5 million. These ammo cases are about 200,000. So, you know, depending on where you get them and if you have the task done to just purchase them outright, we'll call it 250K just to, you know, be a little lenient. So because we need 4 of them, we'll call it 250K, easy math. We're up to about 6 million right now because the weapons cases for both of those going to cost you 5, and then the ammo cases at 250K, that's going to run you about 6 million rubles. Now, let's show you these metal spare parts should be about 40K. They are. That is easy math. You need 10 of them. So you're at around that 6.4, 6.5 million mark for the THICC weapons case. That's not bad at all. Now, if you're buying the weapons cases from the flea market, you're not doing the barters and waiting to restocks, this is going to bring that price way up, way over 8 million. So it really depends on how much work you want to do for this THICC weapons case. But this is going to be a 90 slot and take the same amount of space. It's going to take 10 spaces in your stash. So to show you the container size of both, this is what we're looking at, and we'll put this one inside here so you can kind of see how much space is being lost / gained. And honestly, which one would I do? Personally, I use both, but I would try to get some THICC weapons cases if that is what your budget will allow. Now, there's going to be a hidden element to this video. The THICC items case. This is what I actually use. As you can see right here, everything looks a lot more proper, and as it should when it comes to weapon cases. So I use the THICC items case primarily, and these are just kind of, you know, a throw it in here, deal with it later until they're full, and they are full, so I will need to deal with it soon. But this is not really in the budget for most people. Right now, THICC items cases, obviously you have to be level 35 max loyalty level and be able to afford the barters when it comes to the THICC items cases. But when it comes to the alcohol barter from Therapist, this is going to run you about 37 million. I've already done the math on it, assuming these prices haven't changed too much. And then the med barter is going to run you about 41 million. So if you have hundreds of millions of rubles, this is something you could definitely do. But if you are hurting a little bit, and if you're watching this video, you know, just a comparison on which one you should buy, then I don't really think this is in the cards for you yet, but it certainly will be in your future. It's very easy to make money in PvE Tarkov, so this is definitely something that would be achievable for you, especially because you're not going to buy every single one of these items for these barters. You'll acquire them eventually. So, when it comes to what should you get, like I said in the beginning of the video, it is going to be personal preference, but I would probably recommend the THICC weapons case to you. Takes the same amount of space in the stash, is still fairly affordable. 6.4 million is not bad whatsoever for 90 slots. It's definitely not bad. When it comes to the regular weapons cases, I like them for attachments, actually. You know, I put my red flares in this one. I had, you know, my EOTechs in here. And I use this one for scopes and some gold TTs. You know, I just kind of like them to have a little tiny storage space for some attachments. That's what I like them for. And then this one here is just some of those broken weapons from the event so I can do my troubleshooting skill. But, you know, when it comes to actually putting my weapons somewhere, you know, assuming I take off these pistol grips and take the mags out and stuff, it's going to condense these a lot. You can fit a fair amount of weaponry in these THICC weapons cases. So I think they're both good. They both have their pros. They both have their cons. But if I had to give you a recommendation, it would be THICC weapons case for affordability and just the, you know, best bang for your buck when it comes to the amount of space that they do offer. But if you got it like that and you're super rich, just go with a THICC items case. You know, this is just way more convenient. It's way easier. And what are these, like 196? Yeah, these are 196 slots. So, you know, your price per slot is definitely way better in the THICC weapons case. But, you know, if you want the convenience, you pay for convenience, you're going to get that THICC items case. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on it. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more PvE. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.